This episode of Soldier Knows Best is brought to you by Squarespace. Hey, what's up guys? Soldier Knows Best here with a review of the Sony Cybershot Dsc-Hx9v. Long name, I know. Thanks to the guys over at 42nd Street Photo for sending me this camera for review. But anyway, we're going to talk about the design and hardware. Of course, I'm going to show you how this thing takes pictures, and also I'm going to show you the 1080p HD video quality in this little camera right here to see how it performs. So I'm going to first start talking about the design and the hardware. Now, this camera isn't the smallest point and shoot out there, but I will say it's not that heavy, but again, does have a little bit of bulk to it. And that is partly because it does have a 16 times optical zoom in this thing, and also has a good amount of features like GPS and things inside of it. So I do give it an excuse for being just a little bit chubby than some of the other cameras out there in this category. On the back, you'll find a 3-inch LCD screen. It does have a little scroll wheel you use to navigate through some of the menus. It has a dedicated flash button, display button, timer, and also just to be able to go in there and hit the playback button and go into the menu as well. Now, right above the thumb grip there, you will see a dedicated movie button, and right at the top of the camera, you'll find some stereo speakers where if you're going to be playing back any type of video that you're taking on this camera itself, you'll be able to hear everything loud and clear with those speakers. I was actually pretty impressed with them. On-off button, custom button where you can set up different settings, and at any point press that custom button, you'll be able to go right into those settings depending on what scene or picture you're going to be shooting. You'll find the zoom control and also the dial wheel to enter the different modes that this camera does have. And this camera does feature built-in flash, and when you do need it, the flash will pop up. Don't need it anymore, just press it down. And also at the bottom of the camera, you will find the SD card slot and also the battery compartment. On the right-hand side of the camera, you'll find a little door there that houses the HDMI out to plug this thing up into a monitor, HD monitor or HD TV to play back some of your images or your movies. And so overall, the camera I think is very solidly built. It feels nice, feels compact enough to be able to go around with you, again, as a portable point and shoot camera. It could be a little bit thinner for my taste, but I give it, again, a pass just because of all the features and the zoom that it has in this camera. Now let's talk about the software inside of the camera. Now again, the screen isn't touchscreen, so you do rely on all the buttons and the controls that are mostly on the back of the camera itself, but Sony did a really good job of making a lot of dedicated buttons for the most common things you're going to be using. But when you do need to go into the menu system, everything was a breeze just to navigate through. It also features a in-camera guide, which is pretty good for people, again, who haven't used a camera like this or want to learn about some of the different settings inside of it. It has that built right into the camera itself, so you don't need to go looking in your manual or anything like that. So as far as the OS and software is fine. Now it's going to jump to some of the modes or different picture settings inside this camera. It has a sweet panorama mode, which is pretty cool, that you can actually just take the camera itself and slide it from one side to the other of whatever scene you're trying to capture, and it'll stitch together a panoramic scene for you right there on the camera. You don't have to keep taking the picture, stopping, taking the picture, stopping, taking the picture, stopping, like you have to do with most type of cameras that have that setting itself. And that mode is also available in 3D because this camera does also take 3D pictures as well. Let me not forget to mention that. So you can take 3D pictures and play them back on a 3D TV or on a 3D monitor. It also does have a background defocus mode, which is really good if you want to get that nice little blurry effect. Now you do need to be up close on your objects you're going to be shooting with this camera for this effect, but the end result is absolutely amazing. So I did a quick little comparison between just using the regular automatic mode, kind of at the same distance, and then using the background defocus mode, and you can see the difference between these two pictures. A couple more settings on the camera you'll find. It does have a really good face detection mode. You can also adjust this to have priority towards children's faces or adult faces depending on what type of situation you're in. And then also it does have the smile detection mode, which I like a lot here. And if you know this video, you'll probably be laughing. But the smile detection, you can have it go for a slight smile or a big smile if you wanted to. It does also have scene selection, which it doesn't have some of the kind of, I guess extra things like a toy camera mode or a miniature effect or different things like that some of the cameras have, but it does have all the standard ones that you'll want to find in a camera like this. And for most of these pictures, as I'm showing you right now, I use just the regular auto mode to show you that you can just pick up this camera, turn it on, and just start shooting and still be able to get really good quality pictures out of this. Now onto the video that this camera can produce. Now I was told that this camera can shoot outstanding and amazing HD video, so I really couldn't wait to see for myself. Now it does record in the AVC HD format and also can get all the way up to 1080p at 60 frames per second. So you have a lot of options to work with this camera, and it should be able to produce, again, really good quality. So I'm really going to shut up this time. I didn't shut up in my last camera review, and just go ahead and let you watch some of the footage.
I did have.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Soldier Tars again, testing out this brand new Sony CyberShot in the type of vlogger mode. I know I am sweating today because it is a little bit more humid, and so I'm walking in the similar type of environment that I was walking in when I was testing out the Canon 300HS, which again a lot of people use and a lot of people like. So I'm just testing this out in the same type of way. And I'm moving my fingers around, so hopefully I wasn't blocking me.
Wow, so how did you like the video quality? It looked amazing to me, and you combine that with the 16 times optical zoom, you can really take some nice video with this from the casual person just want to take some family videos. So somebody may find some professional type of application for this camera like this. The video quality really holds its own against some of the standalone camcorders out there and even some of the DSLRs out there. Now on to my final opinion about this camera itself. I think this CyberShot camera from Sony does a really good job in all the different areas you want from it. The photo quality isn't the absolute best that you can get from a camera in this price range, but it does a good job, especially with close-up shots, to get that depth of field, to get that blurry background type of feeling. And also too, I would say the video quality is excellent. I think it excels in the video quality more than it excels in the pictures, which is a good thing depending on what you're going to be using this camera for. Now you throw in the ability to be able to take 3D pictures and also very easy panoramic shots, and you can geotag your photos because this camera does also have built-in GPS inside of it, and you can geotag it to be able to use it with applications like Flickr or Google Maps. And you just have a camera that is a nice small package, not as small as I would want it to, still a little bit bulky, a little bit chubby for what I want, but it is a nice point and shoot camera that will be able to fit in tons and tons of different situations and just pull it out your pocket and shoot. It'll be able to get the job done for whatever you want to use it. All right, so before we head out here guys, I'm going to take one last look at our sponsor for this video, and that is Squarespace. If you don't know what Squarespace is, it's a very simple, easy way to make your own personal blog or website. They have great customer support that's available 24/7, and you can start off your website. You don't have to start totally from scratch. They have about 60 different professionally designed templates you can start off from and then customize it from there. And you even have iPhone and iPad applications where you can update your website or your blog. A lot of the most popular websites on the internet right now are actually powered by Squarespace, if you didn't know that. So if you want to get the hook up with Squarespace, you can go to squarespace.com and you can get a 2-week free trial and 10% off when you sign up in August. So just enter in my coupon code SOLDIER8 and I'll go ahead and hook you up. But again, thanks to the guys over at 42nd Street Photo for sending me this camera out for review. Thanks to the guys. Their link is down below to their website if you want to check them out. And thanks for watching guys. Please leave a comment down below about what you think about the camera and also the photo and video quality, or what are some good competitors that you may suggest for me to review in the future. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.